So recently, Google has dropped around 6% in the past few days. So I thought I'd just make this video real quick to just explain what's happening and give my own thoughts. It's not going to be a super long video. But basically, the Department of Justice has announced that they're going to be forcing Google to sell its Chrome browser. But the thing is that they haven't fully confirmed it yet, and it's kind of just speculation. The judges haven't decided on what they're going to do finally. So they might not even be forced to. And in my opinion, this would be the perfect time to buy. So on Friday, I bought or like another $80 worth, so around another half a share. And analysts have already been saying that it's undervalued. Google's undervalued, and it should be worth around 220. That's the price target. They've been saying the same thing with Amazon, for example. Amazon, I'm pretty sure is around 200, and they're saying it should be around 220. So both like very undervalued companies. So already it would be a good time to buy. I've already been buying it. But a dip just happened, so even better time to buy. And the thing is that Google doesn't necessarily need its browser. You're supporting Google right now by watching this video because Google owns YouTube. Google also does own a lot of other companies like Waze, Nest, and you've probably heard of Fitbit. So they do have other sources of income besides their browser, and they could easily get into other sectors. For example, like self-driving cars, which I'll talk about later. But in all, Google owns 256 companies. So they're really only losing one. But what I was talking about earlier is the self-driving cars. They have a company called Waymo, which is like a self-driving taxi service, and it's very similar to Uber, except you don't have a driver. And my main reason for investing in Google is if it does go into a another sector like self-driving taxi service, it doesn't have to be the best to still make money. Like, yeah, right now their browser is obviously the best, and that's why it's being taken down, is because it is seen as a monopoly. And YouTube probably is one of the best places where people can post their own content and people can watch other people posting like their own content. That makes sense. But if you look at things like food delivery, there's so many companies out there, and there still is a lot of competition. For example, like Grubhub, Uber Eats, DoorDash, Postmates. There's so many big companies, and they all can still make money. There doesn't have to be one singular big one. So even if the judges do make Google sell, the stock will drop even more, and then I will be buying even more. It'll be the perfect time to buy because Google is always going to be here. It's always going to have something new. It's going to have other things than just its browser, and it still does right now. Another example is like Gmail, all of those things. It has more than just its browser, so it's always going to be here.